Yeah, Kishore Acharya, go ahead.
Okay, could you hear me now?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I can hear you.
Yes. My question is, I'm not very clear that today you explained that about this Jivatma. So my question is, if somebody asks me, who are you? So my answer is that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not that mind complex that you talked about. I am the Atma. So am I the Jivatma? So what is this Jivatma which is not, in other words, how is it different from the Paramatma?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. So when the Atma is associated with the Shariratrayam, we refer to that as Jivatma. So as a human being, when you are referring to the Atma behind the Shariratrayam, you are referring to this as Jivatma only, not Paramatma. Right? So when you are on the Paramarthika level, where you have crossed all this and transcended, and you are looking at all this as Vilakshanam, as different from Atma, then there is no difference between Paramatma or Jivatma or Atma or Brahman or whatever you call, right? It's all one.
So is it the borrowed consciousness then, the Jivatma?
No, see, Jivatma is a term which you have to be very conscious and cognizant of when you understand. Sometimes it is used to refer to a combination of Sthula, Sukshma, Karana Shariram along with Chidabhasa, the reflected consciousness. Sometimes it is not at all, the Sharirams are not at all included, but only the reflected consciousness in each of these Sharirams, it is referred to as Jivatma. So depending on the context, you have to understand and discern. Once you know this, you will be able to easily relate to what in that particular context is being referred to as Jivatma. But generally, when they say Jivatma, it will not refer to Paramatma directly, unless there is a Mahavakyam where the equation is happening.
So then the question is, somebody asks me, who are you? Then what would be the answer?
None of these are questions to be answered to anybody else other than yourself. The question is directed at yourself and it is completely internal. So you don't talk about, if somebody asks you, who are you? You will only introduce yourself as Sri Kishore Acharya Ji. That's all.
I understand, but I'm going below that. I mean, I'm just saying, in other words.
In your mind, you have to remember.
That is the question. In other words, I'm just putting, who am I?
In your mind, you would just have to say, remember the definition of Atma as in Tattva Bodha, right? Shariratraya Vilakshana, Panchakoshatita. That one. All Atma, Sachidananda Swarupa Atma, Aham Asmi. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, madam.
Anybody else? Geeta Sadashivam, go ahead.
Namaste, Guruji. When we are saying borrowed consciousness, so why can't we replace borrow by this just swikaroti, right? Why you are saying receive or something? Why we are saying borrow? Because borrow is we have to give that back, right?
Why don't you take it that they are using borrowed because it goes in and comes out, right? In between janmas.
Okay.
Because
every time that hurts me, like why you are saying, why we are saying borrow.
No, I can understand, because for me the word Sakshi keeps hurting me.
Yeah. But
So,
this Sanskrit terms are too acceptable, and by heart it's like
yeah. No, it
then
depends on what you're comfortable with. See, that is because words can't do justice in this field.
okay.
It is to be discerned. It is all nididhyasanam. And it has to be assimilated. That is why.
Yes. No.
Don't get too worked up about the borrowed, reflected,
Okay.
all that. Huh? Better
Okay.
if you're comfortable within no time, please switch to Chidabhasa, Chit, Sakshi, like that. Use Sanskrit words and be happy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Sita, please go ahead.
Hari Om. Actually, one thing is when you explain in the class, I'm able to understand, about I am the Jivatma and things. But when you live life on a day-to-day activities, how we will bring in every now and then that I am the Jivatma. No, I should not get carried away. How to control.
See, that happens only through repeated Shravanam. See, even after very many years of repeated Shravanam, living in the Grihastha Ashrama, it is not easy. So, you please use FIR reduction and triple C increase. That is frequency, intensity, and recovery period after an emotional impact. Is it coming down? Which means you are progressing in your journey. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, because we are all in the Grihastha Ashrama, right? So we face different challenges. And sometimes I would tell Swamiji, we are also going through repeated Shravanam, but our family is also in the side going through different expansion and different new people joining us, right? So it is bound to happen. So it is not that we are in one stationary, family circumstance and we are improving on just Shravanam. It doesn't work that way, right?
Yes.
So as long as you are improving on FIR, it's fine. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So it is a very long process and you have to consistently, continuously be in touch with this daily Shravanam and things.
Regular listening is very important. That I think you should have a roster. Minimum has to be once a week. Must be ideally more than that. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Malini Peshwa, please go ahead.
Namaste, Bhagini. I think once I asked you, again I'm asking the same question. Like Akasha, whether now you have explained about Atma, when it is connected to three Shariram, it becomes Jivatma. Otherwise, Atma is only one. That's what today's class also, it was very clearly explained. So here, can we relate it to Akasha? They say in Nyaya Shastra, Tarka Shastra, it is one. You cannot divide it at all. So it is somewhat similar to this Atma is also.
Yes, that's why they ask people to use Akasha Dhyanam in order to make the mind subtle enough to accept and then to move on to Atma Dhyanam. So Akasha is the nearest known example which we can conjure up and relate. So it is a standard example in Vedanta given, which is said as closest to Atma.
So it cannot be divided, like it is only one Atma.
Niravayavam.
Niravayavam.
Yeah.
Dhanyavada.
Ravichandarji, go ahead.
Namaste, Acharya. A general question only. In the Mundaka Upanishad, probably you have answered already, but the question is framed in a different way, you can say, from my side. In Mundaka Upanishad also says, Bhidyate hridayagante chidyante sarva samshayaha shriyante chasya karmane tasmin drushte paravare. But now, tasmin paravare drushte etani sarvani bhavanti. So all these will happen when you see the paravare. When the self gets exposed and you have the Atma Sakshatkara. But what do we do to speed up that process is FIR reduction, is it?
is Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. The result is FIR reduction. See, the answer was I think Geeta or one of them asked, how do you know that you are improving? Because in the day-to-day activities, you are so caught up with other things, right? For that, the result is FIR reduction. How do you do it? Only through Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam.
Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam of Advaita Vedantam, so that
Advaita Vedanta, yes.
it assimilates, it percolates into us
Correct.
fully.
Correct.
Okay, but at the mental level, having heard many discourses like yours or Sarva Priyananda or Anubhavananda or Paramanathananda or Sadguru Madhusudan Sai, etc., I have no doubt in this theory. But only thing is, it should become my first level perception, not
You know
as
what
a
you should do for
assumed
that?
perception.
Yeah, you know what you should do for that? Because I know most grihasthas, we all have this doubt always in the mind. So just think, if one thing that helps is maintaining a diary. The second thing is, even you can just think back 1/2 a day, be silent and think back on how you were 4 or 5 years back and how you are reacting to this. That is before starting the sessions and after, going through it for 4 or 5 years. It's a self-reflection that will definitely make you aware of whether you have seen improvement in yourself or not.
Yeah, that is there. Probably I have positive discontent that still it has not happened fully. But one thing I do nowadays is every now and then, after a particular incident, pleasant or unpleasant, where that harsha, amarsha, udvega happens in me. So then I perceive myself, okay, you still have ajnana, and hence that harsha, amarsha, everything happened. But still, even in that state, you are only Brahman. The Atma of a Ajnani and the Atma of a Jnani is one and the same. There is no Ajnana Atma or Ajnana Atma. So your mind was into Ajnana, but your Atma was witnessing that also. Please be aware of that.
Correct.
So I keep on telling myself that even in those states where I could have reacted in a better way, whatever it is, I can blame the circumstance, whatever it is. My realization has to become better. So after I take a pause every now and then during the day and tell myself that yes, you are just a witness. That's all.
Yes. And remember one thing, Swamiji has always told us this. Anatma can be continued to improve endlessly. There is no end to it. So one should not feel guilty that it is only at 50% level or 70% level or 90% level and unnecessarily get into a guilt trap. That is also a kind of bondage.
Correct. Like Nirvana Katakam says, no? Na muktir na bandha.
So, okay. So anyway, and go ahead.
Oh, Kishore Acharya.
Namaste.
Go ahead,
Namaste.
Yeah, namaste.
I hear some background noise.
One second. I'm just muting them. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. My question is a little bit technical. I wrote you in the question and answers. I'm going through each and every shloka and analyzing them. And sometimes I see that the verses are 11 matras, then the 3 verses are 11 matras, then one is 12. Or one is 12 and one is 3 are 11 matras.
You're right, actually. I think you missed a very important point that I clarified, not during class, but while I was chanting. Vivekachudamani does not have standard chandas right through. It is the author Acharya has done it that way. he has done some verses in one way, some in another way. Suddenly he will switch in between, etc.
Yes.
And to add it to this, we have pulled out 108. So with very great difficulty, I have tried to chant each verse in the respective chandas. And then I just tried to put them together, which is what I play before the class. But it is different chandas. So don't try to reconcile because you will miss the Vedanta class, because every verse will be in different vrittam. Some will be in Vishama vrittam. There will be no vrittam also.
Oh yes, I found. Yeah, I was thinking that the message is more important than the chandas. So Adi Shankaracharya says, "Okay, let me give you the message, not the chandas." But I just wanted to confirm. Sorry, I could not
Yeah,
hear. I
but
was in
don't
the
worry.
office.
We have done this classification. Maybe sometime I will see if I can clean it up and put it up.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
I also found 14 syllables. I found the meter, and but it's very interesting.
That
It's
is
like
right.
he's speaking to you. Forget about all these technicalities. You go deeper.
Absolutely. Then also, Krishna also uses these chandas effectively to switch the mood. So maybe Acharya has also used this to switch the tone and the mood, right? So
Yes.
one never knows. Krishna uses it effectively.
In Bhagavad Gita, you mean?
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
that is right.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Here is another question which is in the Q&A. What is the difference between bandha and avidya or ajnanam? See, avidya is self-ignorance, right? And then ajnanam is self-misconception. Bandha is the bondage you feel because of all this, right? So it will get clearer and clearer. Sometimes these terms are also mixed up and used. Okay, now Vasudeva Kamatji has asked, body, mind, sense complex contributes by providing thought. Atma contributes by providing consciousness. Can we say the difference between the intelligent person and the unintelligent person is due to the type of reflecting medium? Yes, 100%. What is FIR and triple C? Please go through Introduction to Vedanta. In that, there is in that session, you will see that how do you know that you are progressing? I have done this in detail, just so that for completion's sake, FIR reduction is after any form of emotional impact or with respect to an emotional impact, the frequency of emotional impact, the intensity and recovery period after an emotional impact comes down. Then calmness, confidence, and cheerfulness increases with time. That is the effect of a spiritual journey. Even much before you get to moksha and all that, what is the practical benefit? If you ask, these are the measures. Okay. So I explained this. Should a sadhaka give less attention to body care and more to man shuddhi? You should take care of body, because only if you sit quietly and you will be able to meditate, etc. All in moderation. That's all. Right? So nothing beyond that. And what is the meaning of vritti? Yes, it is just thought. And thought is jadam in Vedanta. Okay. And the thought becomes live only because of consciousness. Okay. Fine. Is there anybody else? Let me just see. I don't think. Yeah, if anybody else has any questions, raise your hands. Otherwise, oh, there is somebody. Okay. Sita, please go ahead.
One more thing, we have learned that our body is a tool given to us to know the reality.
Correct.
Now, when I go through various information, like they say there are solar plexus in the body, the 7 point power point. That you have to meditate on that. All these help us to have a better understanding or a faster way to know the truth or anything like that, or just normal meditation is enough?
Normal meditation, Vedantic meditation is more reflecting on the teachings and
Okay.
assimilating that you are one with Brahman, right?
Okay. 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 Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, I don't see anybody else. Yeah. Muthu Krishnan, please. Yes, I saw you raised your hand even earlier. Please go ahead.
Namaste, Ramaji. Thank you for
Namaste.
letting me speak. This is about kind of a thought that used to come into my mind quite a few times, not often, but when I'm quiet or lying down or when I'm sitting idle, that I used to think it's only me who is real. Everything is only a reflection of me. You know, like for example, if there's my colleague, etc. It's only my perception of somebody existing. You know, whether it's inanimate or animate, etc. So I don't know whether it's normal, right? It's only me who's real. Everything is unreal.
So, in a way, see, the teaching tries to take you to that state where instead of being critical of others, cynical of others, you just try to lower your expectations out of others, because we want people to be in a certain way, and
I'm
that is why our expectations go up, and then we feel, hurt and bad and etc. Right?
sorry, Ramaja, interruption. No, I don't mean about their thoughts, etc. What I mean
Huh.
is they don't even exist. You know, it's all my imagination. It looks as though
Absolutely. So, as an extension, when you are able to dismiss all of that,
yes,
right?
including
Then what
inanimate
happens is
objects.
you have already crossed one level. That
Okay.
means you are not considering them as impacting you, right?
Yes.
Because you are taking them as unreal.
Yes.
That is what
Sometimes
I'm
I'm taking them as me. You know, it's me. My reflection is only I'm
Yes,
seeing them. You know,
absolutely.
not exactly anybody else.
Correct.
No?
Correct. So we
No,
are
but
all
only
at
thing it doesn't
different
last long.
levels. Yes.
So I'm saying it doesn't last long. And then I
Okay.
go back to my emotions, etc. Then I require again some kind of a calm time to get back to that kind of thoughts.
Correct. Which is what Nididhyasana aims to do also.
Okay.
Right? That is why that regular Nididhyasana is advised.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Anyway,
thank you.
so great. I think we'll stop here, and next week we will meet at same time, 24th March, Sunday. Okay? Hari Om.
Hari Om.